What's up, everybody? Zach from Zach's Hobby Nook here, and you know what time it is. It is time for our monthly releases. So let's go ahead and get right into these. There is quite a few things coming out for some things. Other things don't have anything coming out, at least that I could find. Again, I've been this last month. It's been a busy one. All the days I've been working and stuff, and trying to get stuff together for selling stuff and getting ready to start the business starting this year. So it's a lot of craziness happening this last month, so bear with me on the fact that some of this may be a little sketchy. Even my writing, I literally wrote on a piece of paper with a bunch of stuff. My notebook, I kept forgetting it. Anyways, long story short, let's get into these releases for the month of January 2026. I hope you guys have had a great New Year's. Hopefully this year is great for you guys, and let's get into these. So first up, we have our baseball, which I am wearing one of my several Cubs hoodies in my 2016 World Series hat because I haven't worn this in a while, even though I've noticed the brim's all weird. But anyways, we have 2025 Bowman Draft. That is coming out January 14th. So this one, I have opened up some of 2020 Draft Bowman, trying to pull some PCA ones. It is a decent box. I've heard there are prior boxes to this. I don't know if they still do this or not, where they actually had it mapped out where you can actually find where the autos are. Try that theory after watching somebody do it and failed miserably. But anyways, apparently there were ways to do that. I think they may have fixed that at this point. I am not 100% sure on that, but Bowman Draft is coming January 14th. We have 2025 Select Baseball coming out January 14th as well. So two different products. One obviously Topps Bowman, and one of them being a Panini product, so non-licensed product there. And then we have 2025 Topps Museum Collection that comes out a couple days later on January 16th. So if you guys are interested in that, I think those are more relic / older players stuff. Again, I have not opened any museum collection, but that is what I believe it is about. Sorry, I thought I heard a cat. Anyways, yeah, so those are going to be your three baseball products coming out in January of this year. Obviously, it's a little ways off from any MLB stuff happening. Hopefully, we don't have any lockouts or anything like that, but wanted to make sure we get that in there. Basketball. Nothing as far as I could find that, I mean, again, I could have missed something, but from a few places I looked, I didn't see anything coming out for basketball this month. So I know Panini, I don't think, is releasing any basketball product, and now with Topps having kind of cornered that market and charging, what I think was like $2,000 for a Breakers Delight box and $1,700 for a jumbo, crazy price with the Topps Chrome. Anyways, so I don't know how many basketball fans are going to be able to get a lot of product this year. So we'll see. Again, I'll try and keep on top of that, see if I can find anything else for February, or again, comment below if there is anything that I missed for January for basketball, but I am not seeing anything from the little bit of looking around and scrambling around throughout the month of me putting this together that said anything was coming out for basketball. Football, we have 2025 Donruss Optic coming out, and that is coming out January 14th. So a lot of things coming out on the 14th for football and baseball. Donruss Optic, I know, is usually one of the more sought after products as far as I can understand. I believe you can still get downtowns out of that. I'm not 100% sure because, again, I'm still getting newer into the football scene. So I don't really open a lot of Optic to this point. But Donruss Optic, January 14th. 2025 Panini Immaculate comes out January 7th. So a few days after this releases. I don't know if this is going to be second, third, somewhere in that time frame is when this video is going to release. A few days after that, you will have Panini Immaculate football coming out. And then you also have 2025 Panini Prism coming out January 9th. So those are going to be the blaster boxes, I believe the hobby boxes as well, and maybe the megas. And I don't know if the megas are coming out. I know blasters are for sure, and I believe hobby are for sure on the 9th for Panini Prism for 2025 for football. Next up, hockey, switching over to that. 2025-26 Allure comes out January 14th because we are super behind, but Allure is finally coming out for this year. And they just announced Team Canada's roster. I don't think as of right now, the recording this, they've announced any other rosters. Didn't double check before I started filming, but I don't think they've announced anyone else except for Team Canada. I thought they were supposed to do USA, but they haven't gotten that far yet. But I like that Macklin Celebrini got in Team Canada. I think he definitely deserved it. This year, he's been having us crazy. We have 2025-26 Chicago Blackhawks Centennial coming out January 21st. I believe these are the hobby boxes. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's the hobby boxes coming out for the Blackhawks Centennial, because I believe the normal hobby, retail, whatever box or small box came out prior to this. I want to say it was out a few months ago. So for some reason they're releasing retail or small boxes and hobby boxes later on. So this is going to be the hobby box, I believe, coming out in January 21st. Then we also have 2025-26 New York Rangers Centennial coming June. freaking just jumped 6 months. Apparently I want 2026 to already be over. January 14th is coming this month as well. Now again, I think these are not the hobby boxes. I believe these are the retail, but it might be both. The Centennial stuff's really weird this year. I don't know how Upper Deck is doing this. You know my story with how I feel about that. Anyways, so it seems like we are going to be getting the Blackhawks and Rangers Centennial stuff coming up this month. Again, mid to beginning of the month, or mid to late in the month, should I say. Okay, so that's it for our sports section. So if you guys don't care about any TCGs, you can click off the video and don't worry about it. If you want to hear about the TCGs, we have some TCG stuff coming out. First up, we have Lorwyn Eclipsed for Magic the Gathering coming out. The set looks really cool, looks really nice. I like the aesthetic of it. It feels like a Magic set. That's one nice thing I do like about it. Universes Beyond or hit and miss. Again, I like Spider-Man. I bought the packs. I've been buying some Avatar. I've been buying the packs that Magic comes out with Final Fantasy. But I will agree, some of the stuff doesn't feel like a Magic anymore, and I think Lorwyn looks like it's going to be a fun Magic set. So I'm looking forward to picking up some of that stuff and seeing how that goes. So that comes out January 16th is when Lorwyn Eclipse comes out. So looking forward to that the month. Even though I did see something saying maybe January 21st, but between the 16th and the 21st, around that middle of the month, that should be out for you guys. We also have the now booming out of nowhere OP14 for One Piece, the Azure Seas 7 coming out January 16th. So the newest set of One Piece coming out. I bought a couple boxes of the OP13, made some good money on those without even realizing what. I was tracking One Piece. I've been buying One Piece. You guys, again, follow it. I've opened some One Piece on the channel. I sell some on my TCG player. But very interesting to see this boom this last month. So when I had some chance to get some OP13, I bought it and made a little bit of money on that. But that is coming for you guys, One Piece fans, and all the hype and all that for the card game. Again, the cards are super nice, not gonna lie. Opened up some Gundam today, and it was, again, same Bandai aces on the card quality and stock. That comes out, the OP14 comes out January 16th. I think I already said that. Weiss, Dandadan is coming January 30th. So at the end of the month, you will have a new Weiss set, Dandadan. I have not watched this anime. I know it's very popular. It's on the list, laundry list of animes I want to watch. I just haven't really had time to watch a whole lot of anime. I usually just go on YouTube and pack orders and work, so that's pretty much all I do, so I haven't really watched any new anime. But Dandadan, I know, is a very popular anime that a lot of people are going to be excited about. Weiss is carrying that product. So January 30th for that one. Now the big one, Pokemon Ascended Heroes. This mess of a release we're going to be coming up with. End of the month on January 30th, we have the Ascended Heroes tech sticker collections, so the 2-pack sticker collections. I believe they're 2 packs, right? Yeah, I know there's like a 2-pack and a 3-pack. This might be the 3-pack one. Anyways, it's going to be a mess. Tech sticker collections coming out January 30th. And then we also have the Ascended Heroes Hero Collections, which are going to have the Larry and Erica coins. And then, like, I think it's Larry's Staraptor. I forget the Larry card. And then Erica's Tangela are going to be like the 2 promo cards for this. And that's it until the middle of, or to end of February. I think the 20th of February is when the ETBs drop. So good luck finding packs up there. Hopefully you guys can find some. They're not scalped to high heaven, but these are going to be expensive packs to start out. Very, very expensive packs to start out when you only got 3-packs and 2-pack blisters hitting the market. And I've already heard from several stores I watch online and stuff like that their allocations have been abysmal for some of this product. So it's going to be a very, very hot set. I'm going to probably not open on any upfront, to be completely honest with you. Especially some of those pre-release. Pre-release is usually where I open the most amount of product for most of these sets lately over the last year, just because it gets me to play the game a little bit. It's a lot of fun. Me and the way I can both do it. We can open up some product. There's none for this because it's a specially set, so do remember there's no booster boxes for this set. It's ETBs going to be the best thing than booster bundles. That's going to be what you get, and it's going to be a mess. But anyways, those are all your releases for the month of January. Again, a decent amount of product coming out for all these different things, sports and TCGs. A lot of big hitters for, again, TCG, especially Lorwyn Eclipsed, OP14, and Ascended Heroes. Those are huge, big releases for the month of January for those IPs. So good luck hunting some of these TCGs out there, guys. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I have my ways of getting a few of these. I don't know if I'm going to get any One Piece, and I don't know if I'm going to get any Ascended Heroes right now. I have some Ascended Heroes pre-ordered, but that stuff's not coming out until later on. But yeah, hopefully that goes out good for you guys, and happy hunting. on that side note, hopefully starting this month, I will give you guys all updates as we continue forward into 2026. The hope is to get officially incorporated, get distribution, and start doing shows again. Those are my goals for the year. So I pretty much, I guess, of my bucket list, my to-do list for 2026 is to officially start doing more shows and trying to really get this business, Zach's Hobby Nook, off the ground and get reselling and doing that at least hopefully once a month, at least doing a show, a big show. I have a few people locally that are interested in partnering with me and doing a show and getting back and doing that. So I will keep you guys posted on that. So hopefully, I'm hoping end of January, February is when I want to start trying to get into actually doing shows. And hopefully by then I can have some distribution access. I probably won't have a lot of anything like Pokemon. I know that most distributors will give you Pokemon as your new account. My initial plan was going in and maybe going into One Piece more, because that was something else I was kind of interested in, at least, you know, getting into, is One Piece or Weiss, and it looks like maybe One Piece is probably not going to be on the table either at this point. So, I don't know, maybe Lorcana, maybe I'll jump into Lorcana, we shall see. But anyways, that is the future plans for the business / channel. Again, obviously putting out at least this one video every month. I'm going to try and do more openings. Put out a few this last month of basketball and I forget what the other opening was. Phantasmal Flames ETB. So a few openings here and there. Obviously, I'm not opening a ton of product these days, but when I do come across some stuff, I'm going to try and film for you guys. So we have at least maybe once every week, once every couple weeks, have at least some kind of video on here, and maybe some updates on what shows we're attending or what shows are out there. But anyways, thank you for watching, guys. This has been Zach and Zach's Hobby Nook. Thank you for watching for all these years. We've been around for a long time. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining, and hopefully these videos are super helpful. I know a lot of people are, you know, it's hard for you to find release days sometimes and keep track of all that, so that's why I'm making these videos for you guys. Anyways, thank you for watching. This has been Zach from Zach's Hobby Nook, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon.